Everybody, welcome back to the Purplatypus is the name, and welcome to another Metaphor ReFantazio demo. Today, I'm going to show you how to get rich quick, if in case you're having troubles. But basically, how much money am I sitting at right now? 80,000. All right, it's not that much. I just spent it. All right, I was just at $500,000. I just bought a bunch of weapons and stuff like that. But basically, I've had zero money problems this entire game. I've been able to buy whatever I want, and I'm going to kind of show you what I do when I need money. And then it's a little bit tough to show things in this game because of the way it's structured. I can't just find the best spot and then go back to the best spot and show stuff unless I remember and make a save and stuff. But because I'm just playing the game, I tend not to do it. But basically, here's what you're gonna do. Let's compare the merchant and anything else. So let's go this way. So the merchant is a job you're gonna unlock relatively early. In the very first job, in the very first town, you're gonna meet the lady who runs the igniter shop. You are gonna need a little bit of wisdom to communicate with her, and then you're gonna have to do a dungeon for her. I did all that in the demo, so you could definitely do it if you're playing the game. It might just take a little bit of grinding, because it is, I believe, the final fight of that is like a level 22. You don't need to be level 22 to beat it or anything, but if you're playing on a harder difficulty, you're gonna want to get around that level. But you could do it the same day, right? I did it on the demo on the second day of the demo, so I did it all in one go. But after you get that done, you get to the next day or the day after, whenever you have to spend more time with her, bring her the reward, and she will give you the merchant subclass, or the archetype rather, I guess. Is that what they're called? Yes, they're archetypes. And so what makes this cool is that on the protagonist, and only the protagonist, chance of winning a small sum of money each time an enemy is stunned or defeated in overworld combat. Now this says chance. It doesn't feel like a chance, if I'm being honest with you. So very first thing we're going to do, we're going to take a look at what we get normally. Let's just equip the Magic Seeker. It's something that I need to level up anyway. And let's come up here and let's not that way, bro. What is this, your first day? Where I've been going right now, if I need some money, is right up here to the left. There's better spots. Like if you, like the best spot I found is if you go back to the first dungeon of the game. You know, the cathedral. If you go back in there, you're gonna get some more missions to explore the Undercroft. And there are some insane groups of monsters there that are absolutely gonna be worth doing that. But I don't have a save from there, so let's take a look here. So right now, let's take a look how much resources we get. We got 15 money and 26 mag, okay? This isn't going to affect mag, so I don't know why I'm sharing the information with you. But now let's equip the, what is your name? The merchant? Now, instead of 15 money, let's see what we get here now. Yep, hit in the face, you're right. 405. Another 390. So let's just kill these guys right here. I mean, we just made 6,000 from those attacks right there. And now, if you're like, again, there are better spots for this, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come back right here, and then I'm going to leave the dungeon, and I'm gonna come back in, and those enemies respawn, right? Do they all respawn? I think so. Maybe not quite. That was quite a few of them. I think even though most enemies respawn, I do think that sometimes there might be a density thing. Also, do you think I'm going bald? I don't know. I think I've always had a pretty big receding hairline, but then again, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if I totally am. Honestly, you know what? That's why my hair's long. You know why I started growing my hair long? Two reasons. One, so I could donate it once it grows long enough. Because not a lot of people have gray hair that can grow really long hair. But also, two, that way if I do go bald, at least I could say I had long hair once. All right, so these guys are all back. Boom, boom, boom. And so, like, this also works if you stun enemies, but obviously that's not, like, the best farming method. But also, look at the other money we're making here, right? You see, like, we're getting all these items and stuff like that. These items, we can just sell them all, right? And the reason why, and I actually don't know exactly how this works. This is harder to track. But if you take a look here, right? The likelihood of receiving items after battles is increased by 20%. And two things. One, I don't know if this counts overworld combat, because I don't know if that's considered a battle You can see we're dropping items, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does. However, I also don't know if this stacks. If I'm running 3 merchants, does this increase? Things like this says that this will increase further the more archetypes. This doesn't say it, so I'm not sure if these stack or not. That's something I'm going to need someone with more information to do. But yeah, basically after that, like, how much did I have when I started? I think 60,000. Now I'm at like 90,000, something like that. And if you have the item that lets you retreat, you could do that. Or, like, I mean, thing is, this is not even a particularly good spot, but every dungeon you're going to go into is going to have crap like this. Sorry, I forgot in this dungeon that I don't out-level everything already because I just came here. But yeah, so basically if you go to any dungeon, you're going to find large groups of enemies like that. And once you find them, you could just grind up as much money as you need. I mean, again, you could get 1,000,000 gold probably in under an hour. And this is early in the game too. I mean, not insanely early. I mean, I'm 23 hours in. But I mean, this is not like late game stuff, right? As soon as you get the merchant, which you can get literally on the 3rd in-game after the initial tutorial, and you have to break into the cathedral on the 3rd day, because you could do it on the you could do it on the 3rd day. 'Cause the first day you could get wisdom and get your wisdom high enough. The 2nd day you can do the mission. The 3rd day you can actually get the merchant unlocked, and then you have this, and you just have no money issues for the rest of the game. I mean, yeah, I mean, even just doing that right there is like 6,000, and that's like not much. You do need I'm almost at 100,000 again. Now, I won't lie, you do actually need that money because the merchant costs money to attack. But come on, I mean, you could also just not attack with the merchant, but why would you do that? The merchant is so self-sufficient. God, the merchant is so strong. The merchant is so strong. I love the merchant job, but that will be for another video. But yeah, as far as that, I mean, that's how I made money. I'll probably, like, I'm gonna spend like you know what, I'm gonna make a cut here. I'm gonna put a timer on for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna just farm money for 20 minutes, and we'll see how much I get. All right, here we are, quick 20 minutes later, and a few things I want to know. One, this was not the most efficient farming. You know, I was watching a YouTube video while I was doing it, so I wasn't like every second I was going. 2, this is far from the best spot that I found, but I can't just leave here to go to a different spot. If I want to make a YouTube video today, I got to do it where I'm at, because I don't know what's coming up, you know, so this might be the best thing I find. 3, this is going to scale basically as you get higher level enemies, right? You know, I was getting more here than I was in the last dungeon on a per enemy basis, even if this wasn't the best spot with the density of enemies. But also 4, yeah, I have 230,000, but you know what that's not including? That's not including, if you come up here, the 60 rusted bracers that I got. So now I get to appraise these. I mean, and this could be easily over 60,000 more money. Not to mention, I did also get these enemies also dropped. What's it called? You'll see, because I'll have 100 of them or something, 48 of them. The purified tea cake, this cures hex, right? So the different enemies you fight will also be able to get their normal and their rare drops pretty easily. So especially if you find enemies that could drop high value stuff, it's another way to double down on your money. It's another way to maybe double down instead of getting money. I was farming one guy earlier that was giving me Magala pills, right? I didn't farm them very long because there wasn't a ton of them, but I got like 20 of these and I started using them, right? So now I could recover my MP without switching to the mage. But yeah, overall, I would say that is a great way to get money in the early game, and absolutely kind of breaks the early game economy. Maybe that's part of the design, but like everything I've come across that's rare, I've bought. If you look at like my items here, like even when it comes to the fancy accessories, right? I even went back and got the doll, the cloth. I mean, everything that I find that's blue in a shop, I just buy, you know, don't even have to worry about it. Which has been a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, that's going to be all for this one. Thank you very much. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you on the flip-flops. Bye!
Platypus on the rise, watch the views go up. Content king, never down, always showing.